Well, hello, 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 beautiful people. I am Chastity Wright, CEO and founder of Beautiful People Rise Up, Inc. And we welcome you to Beautiful People Connect, where we connect with beautiful people who are making a positive difference in the world. This show is made possible by Creator Entertainment and Beautiful People Rise Up, Inc. I just want to share with you a little bit of our history. Beautiful People Rise Up, Inc. was inspired by the new single, Beautiful People, by me, recording artist Chastity of Creator Entertainment. Although Beautiful People Rise Up, Inc. is a new nonprofit organization, our team has worked for over 40 years combined, serving others using our gifts, talents, abilities, and personal resources to impact individuals, communities, and corporate businesses. Our mission is to create innovative, positive content and experiences through our services, productions, events, entertainment, and media that elevates and motivates people to become productive assets to their local, national, and global communities. Our vision is to create a beautiful world where diverse people rise up together and share their unique gifts, talents, and influence to make the world a better place. Our slogan is to connect, charge, and let's rise up to light the world together. So what I want to do is set the atmosphere on fire and turn that over to Yama, who's actually going to do it, of Inspire Me Yama. So let's once again connect, charge, and let's rise up to light the world together. Yama.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Chastity Wright. And thank you so much for the opportunity to be here today. I am beyond excited. The guest that we have is not just a guest, she is family. So my whole world is just supercharged. So let's just set the atmosphere for those of you who are listening, for those of you who are tuned in by ear, those who are tuned in by eye, and those who are tuned in by spirit. Let me just go ahead and agree with you on the greatness of who you are. Today, we celebrate you. We celebrate you for being the kings and queens that you are. We celebrate you for saying yes to the gift that you've been given, and you've taken charge of that gift, and you refuse to back down without allowing that gift to roam free in the air. We thank you. We thank you today, and we support you today for being just who you are, the greatness, the greatness, the greatness. Man, inside of you is so much greatness that's waiting to get out, so much greatness that the world needs, and we are excited. So in this atmosphere, we speak to you, kings, queens, lions, lionesses. We speak to you. We speak to you. We celebrate you today. We celebrate you today. We celebrate you today, for you are worthy to be celebrated. Don't ever forget it, and don't get it twisted. You are worthy to be celebrated. I'm going to turn it back over to Chastity, but don't you forget, you are worthy to be celebrated. Chastity?
Yes, thank you so much, Yama, for setting the atmosphere on fire. That opening charge, you are so amazing. And you all have to look her up, Inspire Me Yama, on Instagram. She is amazing, and she puts some great posts up every week, and you can check her out at Inspire Me Yama on Instagram. So today, we are rising up and connecting you to the founder of one of Atlanta's premier image consulting firms. She has a heart and passion for helping women show up as the women of their dreams. She is an entrepreneur, business owner, image consultant, and wardrobe specialist. Our special guest today is none other than Shondria Shontae, founder of The Fierce Mode. Let's welcome Shondria Shontae. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. I could not have done it better myself.
Oh, you are welcome. It is our pleasure to have you here on the show. So I want to jump right in because I had a chance to do some research on you, and girl, you somebody fierce. You somebody bad. Is that company named after you? The Fierce Mode.
Yes, it is. One aspect of me. Yes, it is.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So who or what did you see that made you have the great awakening that image consulting is who I am and what I am called to do?
Oh my goodness. I feel like this has been a lifelong journey to recognizing the calling that was on my life. And it was so embedded into who I was that I could not see it. When I was in college, I worked at Emory University as a custodian. And one day I saw this lady, and one of my coworkers, she actually had went through a sickness, and she was actually bouncing back from this sickness. And she told me about how she went out and got this wig, and she had on a wig, and she was asking my opinion, and I just naturally helped her. And she was just like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." And it was at that moment I knew that that was something that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I knew it just gave me, it was such a beautiful exchange that I was like, I knew that I want to help women with the process of transformation, but I did not know what that meant at the time, because I was a teenager at the time. So I went on this journey just to really just finding out what my purpose is and what I wanted to do. And as I was getting my bachelor's degree in psychology, I think I was at the point of getting my internship, and I told the career counselor, I was like, I want to help women like transform their look and help them with like if they have depression about their image and things like that. But I did not know what it was called at all. And she was like, "Well, that's an image consultant." And I was like, image consultant? I never knew anyone that did it. I didn't know anything about it at all. And so I didn't know it could be a business or anything. And she just told me about Dress for Success, and which is a nonprofit organization that helps women to become self-sufficient and provides them with professional suiting and everything. So I went and did my internship there, and I fell in love. And I said, I know that image consulting is something that I really want to do. I really want to be a part of the process of helping women to become successful and to look amazing while doing so.
Awesome. That's beautiful. I mean, that's very different, that you saw someone, you helped them, and you felt good on the inside, and you said, hey, this is what I want to do. It wasn't a particular person that was doing it. You just
Right.
felt in your spirit, which I think is awesome. I think that's pretty awesome.
Yes, yes. It's been absolutely amazing to be a part of the process of seeing women actually change and helping them from um, recovering from feelings of insecurities and depressions about their image, and to actually walk in the call of God on their lives, and to actually look and feel good, because as women, that's a part of who we are. And once we lose that, once we lose our identity, we become lost. And God cares about how you look as well as how you feel on the inside. So being able to marry those two through image consulting is something I feel so grateful to be called to do.
Awesome. Awesome.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Shondria, I tell you, having the blessed opportunity to meet you, whenever we're together, you always blow my mind. You're an amazing woman. And for other people to experience your gift, the amazing gift that God has given you, is just lighting up the world. So it is a fierce mode with a flame, because it actually is contagious, and it is a beautiful type of, contagious. And I love it. I love what you do. People look in the mirror when you're finished and they fall in love with themselves all over again. It's not to say that they were never in love with themselves, but I've seen your work, and I see how it transformed people's smiles, or they light up. So I'm very grateful that you're on the show today. You and Chastity, you guys, you remind me of each other in so many ways. So this today is just heaven for me. But for me, I'm just so excited. You talked about how you went through a process of transformation. Can you share with us, what that entailed and how you got from point A to point B and beyond?
So the reason why you talked about just how I set a flame in people, I set that flame because I had to set it in myself first. And I was always so shy and reserved. And I dealt with so much depression and insecurity about my image my whole life. I was always so frustrated and confused because I did not necessarily know my purpose. So once I saw the young lady that I wanted to help, I didn't see examples of what I wanted to be. I didn't know if that meant like go into the fashion industry. I didn't know if that meant to uh, be a stylist. So I tried everything. And it was just through on this life journey that I went through. Like I went on a search for my purpose, and I moved to New York for 3 years. And I said, God, you're gonna have to show me. I got to the point I got tired of being depressed. I got tired of, not feeling confident about myself and not knowing the purpose of God on my life. And for some reason, I knew that those two were connected, the purpose of God and your identity. So I got out of Atlanta and I went to New York. First, I went to London, then I went to New York, and I stayed there for 3.5 years. And when I came back home, I was able to see myself, and I was able to see the cycle of thinking that I had for all life. And I realized when I got back home, God showed me my vision, my purpose, and everything on this journey. But when I got back home, I could not pursue it because something physically stopping me. And I realized that, okay, God, I know what I want to do. You've revealed my purpose, but I can't pursue it. It's something physically stopping me, and it was my thinking. So just by praying and asking God to help me, God revealed just a revelation about Shondria, you have to kill the clone. And killing the clone meant that there was a certain way of conditioning that had created an image for me. So in order for me to transform my image, I had to be able to decipher what was me and what was not me. And that started with my thinking. When I get into the cycles of depression, you have to be able to recognize what thoughts are you and what thoughts are not you. So the things that are telling me that I'm not good enough, you don't look good, you'll never accomplish anything, that's not me. That's the clone that I've been conditioned to be. That's the image that was created just through circumstances and situations. So God just showed me, like, you're going to have to kill those thoughts, and you're going to have to recreate your image, and you're going to have to rewrite your story. And that's exactly what I did. I started to expose the thoughts. I started to identify what it was, and I started to seeing who I want to be. Because I tell my clients and I tell people as I minister to them, who you really want to be is actually who you are. And so you have to know how to bring her out. And so I identified who I wanted to be. And I became her, and I started fiercely going at it. So that's where the fierce mode came in. When you know who you are, I know that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I know I am divine. I know I am honey. I know I am all that in a bag of chips. I know that when I step on the scene, things get done. I know that I'm a business owner, entrepreneur. I know that I can do it. I don't have to live the life that was given to me. So when I know that who I want to be and how I want to show up, and I started visualizing and seeing this woman, and I'm like, okay, I'm finna become her. And so that's what I started doing. I just started, anytime those thoughts would come up, I started saying, no, I can create my own thoughts. I can generate my own thoughts. And I was literally just blocking the thoughts that kind of molded me all the years of my life. And I recreated this woman, and I started getting into the fierce mode immediately. Nope. No. And I started standing confidently in who I was. And so just through that process of what I went through, which it was such an awakening and a moment that I never forget. And God gave me just that you have to kill the clone. And I just started going with that. And it created the Shondria Shontae that you know now. I changed my name. Like, I didn't change my name, but I started going by Shondria Shontae. My original name is Shondria Smith. So I stopped everybody from calling me Shondria Smith. And I started saying, nope, I'm showing up as Shondria Shontae, and that's who I am. I changed all my image on everything And I just transformed my image by transforming my thinking.
Wow. Wow. That was powerful. If we ended the
Yes.
show right now, you just gave so much information. I mean, killing the clone. I have never heard that in my life, and I will never forget that, because that is exactly, what we have to do if we want to transform our lives and become that person that we know that we can be. And many of us have ran from that person. Like, we want to be that person, and then things happen, and we kind of fall back a little bit. Then we go for that person again. But one thing that just stood out to me is that you are already that person. You're already that person. You just have to figure out how to get into that zone or that fierce mode and go after it, and just be, relentless. Like, just don't give up. You know who you want to be, and you stand in that person. So that's very strong. I mean, and I've never hired an image consultant. So, I know they exist, but, just what you're doing, I mean, I've never heard of how you presented your business. And so I think you have definitely a niche market in how you're presenting your services and what you can do to transform lives. I think when people see this, they're going to be reaching out to you, because there are a lot of people who are hurting. There are a lot of people who are secretly depressed and secretly having low self-esteem, meaning you might not know that certain things bother them, because we can mask stuff really well, but when we become honest, then that's when the real healing and transformation can take place, is when we become honest with ourselves.
Yes, and I believe that's one thing that God told me, that the regular way of image consulting is talking about colors, style, and things like that. But God showed me my mandate and my niche is to go into the inner and actually show women and provide them the support and tools to get you from point A to point B. Because it's not just about showing up and me going to style for you. No, let's talk about really, like, how do you really feel about yourself? Are you really going after the things that you really want? And your mental and your self-concept, that's your image right there. And so in order for you, your image is not your outside, it's the self-concept. And once you get that self-concept right, it automatically changes everything. And that's really what the fierce mode does. It helps you and starts with your self-concept first. And that's pretty much how I approach my clients first and foremost. I don't start with what do you want to wear. I start with who are you?
Wow, that's awesome. Awesome, awesome sauce, as Yama would say. Awesome sauce.
Awesome.
Now, Shondria, you said style is who you are and not what you wear. And you kind of just touched on that a little bit. Can you break that down a little bit more for the audience? Because that's something I read on your website. Style is who you are and not what you wear.
Right. So your style is basically what you wear is a reflection of who you are on the inside. So I style from the inside out. So being able to pull out those things that are your attributes and your characteristics, like the real you, we pull that out, and you're able to walk and be confident and wear clothes, based upon who you truly are. So some people, for instance, wear all black, wear dark colors all the time, but they have a vibrant personality, but they are just so used to wearing black because and this is not for everybody that wears dark colors, but a lot of people that come to me wear dark colors as they are going through some type of insecurity and depression, or hiding certain things about their physical features. But they're really this vibrant personality that want to wear colors, and that want to stand out, and that want to. So we're able to actually show people that, you have to reflect who you truly are, not just who you think you are in the moment. So just being able to show people, it's not just about going out and just buying things and putting them on because they're there. No, your style is actually who you are and your characteristics, so that when people see you, because everything about you ministers to somebody. So when people see you, they have to see your true reflection.
Awesome, awesome. That was really good. I mean, it's funny because we have some different questions for you, but some of the questions you're kind of answering. Yeah, you're kind of answering some of the questions, which is really good.
Yes. Yes. I mean, you definitely delved into my next question, which you pretty much answered already. You pretty much answered, directly. So I think I am going to go to the very next question, because you did answer in your work and from being on the recipient end of your greatness.
Right.
We know that you have an eye for fashion that fits a person's personality, and you've already answered how you determine a client's personal style. What we want to know today is, who is your ideal client and why?
Okay. So my idea, well, I want to go back just a little bit, because I didn't say this. So I also use assessments with my clients to actually figure out just their style. So I ask a lot of questions through my consultations, and I figure out who their personality is and what is it about their personality that I want to bring out. And I figure out who is their style icons, and who do they want to be. And if they are not that person, I know exactly what I'm looking for or who I want to bring out. And it takes a lot of patience, and it takes a lot of being able to observe and pick up a person's personality. And I think I appreciate the Lord for giving the personality that I have, because it's so catered to my purpose. So just being able to look at a person and being patient with them and pick up on certain things, and even some of the transitions and insecurities that they may be going through, I know exactly what to do. And so my ideal client, with that being said, is women entrepreneurs and professionals that are going through a transition and they want to up level. So it's either whether they are going for a new career, they're going for a new position, they're already in their business, but they're going for a higher paying client, or they are coming out of a divorce and they're like, listen, I've been a certain way for too long. I want to get back to who I am. I want to be in my womanhood. It's women that have just had children, that have been serving themselves and giving themselves to their children, and just really want to get back to who they are. Well, not get back, but really want to re-identify with who they are now. So that's pretty much typically my ideal client.
Awesome, awesome. Now, you mentioned a little bit about getting into the fierce mode and how you did it. Can you share this concept in the process for getting that customer or your client to get into the fierce mode? How do you pull them along the path with you and to join, your team of getting into the fierce mode?
Well, you know what? It happens just automatically through the process. So once I do all of my questioning and I lit them on fire, just the first consultation, they'd be like, "Oh, I'm so excited. I'm ready." Because when a person comes to me, sometimes they can actually visualize who they want to be. And sometimes we can't identify some of the things that we're going through. So when they come to me, I'm like, okay, so you're at a point now where you really want to just step into your full purpose and your full power, because God is calling you. So it's kind of like, it's just automatically happening. They're like, oh yes, that's what I really like. And you know what? I want to start wearing white. I want to start doing this. So I get them excited just about this new phase in life. And because it's exciting that you don't have to do it yourself. You have somebody that is here trained to go out and do it, and you don't have to go out here and try to find it and reinvent yourself. You have somebody that's a partner that's with you to help you and push you to the next level. So that's like the first step. And then once I go out, and sometimes I take them shopping, and just that process of trying on different things, getting them to step outside of their comfort zone is getting them to think outside of the box. So that lights their fire. And so when we get to the last phase, where it's either the photo shoot or I'm bringing them their new style, they are already like, oh, I am here. I know what I'm called to do. I've been working on my business. I am in the fierce. And I know even when they try on clothes and some of my clients, they start dancing. When you get that right look, they start dancing. I know, I'm like, we're in the fierce mode, like she got it. So once a woman just knows who she is, knows what she wants, what she is going for, we become unstoppable. There's nothing there's nothing that knock you off of your throne. There's nothing, because you're everything. So it's like that moment when a woman just sees it and feels the moment and know that she's in the right place where she's supposed to be, and she's looking absolutely amazing at the top of her game. That's the fierce mode.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. So I do have another question. Why should someone choose the fierce mode as their next image consultant? I mean, I've heard all the wonderful things you've said, but why do you think they should choose you, your company, your firm?
Well, at the fierce mode, we cater to your needs. We listen to you. We have patience, and we have the support and tools to get you to that level where you're going. And we don't just go out and pick things and buy things that are convenient. We buy things that are you, that represents who you truly are. So we make sure to save you time. So when you hire us, all you have to do is show up to your appointments. And so you don't have to go out here and find nothing. It takes the whole stress out of everything. We press everything, we iron everything, we do everything. And so that part of it, like, you just don't have to worry about this part. This is what we are here to do. So the fierce mode is going to get you to the next level. And people, when you hire us, you're going to go to the next level. You're going to get more money. You're going to increase your income. You're going to increase your influence, because it automatically happens. That is a guarantee.
I love it. I love it. I'm about to shout over here in a minute.
All right.
I need to call a fierce mode, because you can always learn something new from somebody.
Yes.
Yes. And you are just, I tell you all the time, you are amazing, like so deeply amazing. And you can't help but feel God, the anointing, the gift, the power of your gift when connected with you, because you are so in tune and spend time with cultivating your gift and knowing who you are, and you move in that. And I love that about you. You don't, in my eyesight, I've never seen you as one that, I'm this. Man, you just step in the room and it speaks for you. And that's the amazing thing. So I'm so grateful. Tell us, please, how can someone get in touch with you for your various services?
Yes. So I would like to say one thing to what you said. I always have to piggyback. So everything that I am, I always tell my clients they are. So I have to mirror greatness, because that's what anybody sees me. That's what you are. That's what Chastity is. And that's what all of your viewers are. So when you see me, you see you. So that I don't do anything to boast, but it is because this is you. And so in order to get in touch with me, you can go to my website. It is www.thefiercemode.com. You can see all of my work on Instagram. It is at The Fierce Mode. I am on LinkedIn under Shondria Shontae. And you can also find me on Facebook at Shondria Shontae. So my work is pretty much everywhere. You can see the things that I've done and styled and my work from beginning to now. So please reach out to me if you need my services. If you need me to help get you to the next level, I am here for you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I just want to thank you so much, Ms. Shondria Shontae. You have been such a wonderful guest to open up season 2 of Beautiful People Connect. We appreciate you and your time. And most of all, you sharing yourself and your business and experiences on Beautiful People Connect. If you were inspired by this event, we invite you to like and follow us on social media at BP Rise Up. That's at BPRISEUP on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Beautiful People Rise Up, and see some of the other things that we are doing. And please follow us on Eventbrite. We do put our events up there on Beautiful People Rise Up on our platform there. And also on Facebook, we do have a private community. So if you are a positive person, if you're doing things in your community, whether you have a business or you're an entrepreneur, or you just like putting up positive posts, we want to hear from you. Please come on our platform and introduce yourself. And I tell people they can post every day, all day. We don't delete your posts unless they are negative or something explicit. Then we have to kind of kick you out the group, because this is for positive people. But we've never had to kick anybody out. But I just let people know, just keep it clean, keep it positive, and continue to inspire the community, because we have to grow together. You can't say you want the community to be better, but you're not being better. So our whole goal is to put up positive images, create positive shows, platforms, and events where we can actually glean from one another and grow collectively. Now, we also list our events on our website, www.beautifulpeopleriseup.org. So please check us out. We thank you for tuning in to Beautiful People Connect. I am Chastity Wright. We also have Ms. Yama Fleming and Ms. Shondria Shontae, the Fierce Mode. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check her out, Ms. Shondria Shontae of the Fierce Mode. Thank you once again for being on Beautiful People Connect. Have a great day. Great day.